Hi, this is Warlow from Business Loan Services and welcome to my Friday Business Finance Bulletin, my weekly roundup of news, tips, ideas and strategies on raising finance and dealing with banks. Well, if you're watching this on the video as opposed to listening on the podcast, you'll see I'm on location this week. I'm up in North Wales, and what I'm doing here, well, I'll tell you a little bit about that later on in the bulletin. So what have I got for you this week? Well, we're going to be looking at small businesses and savings accounts. We're going to be looking at a local councils who've got together with an online invoice trader to help boost the local economy. And we're going to be looking at the number of new firms in the UK and how that's continuing to grow. And in my business tip of the week, reporting on a conversation that I overheard on a railway station in Chester when I was on my way up here to North Wales with a salutary lesson for all business owners. So let's start off with savings accounts. Now you may think, why am I talking about savings accounts when many business owners are struggling with cash flow and late payment and generally scramble to get money together? Well, not all businesses need to borrow, and many of them do have surplus funds. And I was reading a survey this week carried out by Aldermore Bank, and they provide a range of savings accounts for small businesses. And they went out to find out how many businesses actually have savings accounts. And they found out that 31% of them do. Now that's quite a low figure. Now of those 31% that do have accounts, what do they use them for? Well, they found out that 40% of them are keeping money aside for unforeseen circumstances. That's fine, rainy day money. 35% of them use it to collect and save for business taxes. And that's the bit I want to focus on. Now, if you're VAT registered, as you know, you are an unpaid tax collector for the government. So every time an invoice comes in, what you should be doing, and good practice, is to take the VAT element of that invoice and put it into a savings account. Now, why would you do that? Well, number one, first of all, obviously you're going to earn interest on that money. But secondly, and perhaps most importantly, when the VAT bill thumps on the doorstep every quarter, at least you have the money put to one side. Also, if you're trading profitably, obviously every year you're going to have tax to pay. So put a portion of your monies aside every month to try and build up a pot for when that tax bill becomes due. Now, one thing that this report also found out by Aldermore is that many businesses just default to their current bank to open a savings account. But don't forget, interest rates vary across the marketplace. So if you do need to put money aside, just go out and shop around just to make sure you're getting the very best deal. Now, alternative finance. Great example this week I saw from 10 city councils in Manchester who got together with Market Invoice. Now, Market Invoice is an online invoice trader. They help business owners who've got money trapped in invoices, and if you're turning over more than £250,000 a year and you've got at least one blue chip debtor, you go to Market Invoice and raise money from the crowd generally, and you'll get 80 to 90% of your money today as opposed to waiting 30, 60, 90 days. So these councils in Manchester have got together and pooled a fund of £2 million that they are now going to support Manchester-based businesses who go through Market Invoice. So those councils will fund up to 50% of the invoices. So the idea is to try and release cash to help locally based businesses employ more and spend more in the local area. So that's a great example again of old world meeting new world and combining together in partnership to make sure that everybody wins. So if you're a Manchester-based business, go and check out marketinvoice.com and see how that can work for you. So what about businesses in the UK generally? A new report out from Barclays and the Business Growth Fund this week had a look at the UK business base generally, and for the first time the number of businesses in the UK has breached 3 million. In fact, there are 3,003,000 of you, which is a near 4% increase on the year. Now that's very positive. Perhaps not surprisingly, largest growth in London with an increase of 7.7% in businesses there. Where's this growth coming from? Well, the report found out that primarily it's older workers, people leaving corporate life who've got the capital and the experience to get out there and start a business. So it's great to see that the business world, it continues to boom, and lots of new people out there looking to fill that niche in the market that they've identified. So well done to you. So what am I doing here today? Well, I'm later this morning. I'm going to be doing a session for a bunch of accountants, about 40 accountants, a member of the ACCA, which is a professional body for accountants, and I'm going to be talking to them for the afternoon about raising finance generally, what banks are doing, and also looking at the alternative finance scene about crowdfunding and peer-to-peer lending. All is great sessions. I've done a number of them now for ACCA, and it's a really interesting exercise and lots of great debate in the room amongst the accountants about their experiences of raising finance for their clients. Hope to bring some clips from this seminar in future bulletins, so watch out for that. So what's my business tip for this week? Well, as I said, I was on a train coming up here to North Wales, and I was sat on the windy station in Chester, and I couldn't help but overhear a conversation a business owner was having with his colleague sat next to him. And he was bemoaning the fact that some hackers had got into his online account and taken money out. And this was over a period of time. Now, obviously, the first lesson there is, don't leave yourself exposed to hackers. Don't click on those links in those emails from people that you don't know about. And so just make sure you're very careful. But the thing that caught to my ear was the fact that he said that this had gone on over a period of time. And the thing that really got me that he said to his colleague was, I don't check my bank account that regularly. And so a number of payments have gone out and I missed them. Wow. In this day and age, you should be checking your account daily or perhaps every 2 days, more so if you're struggling for cash, but you should be checking your bank account regularly because mistakes do happen. Direct debits that you thought you'd cancelled may still be going through. Perhaps you've got an annual standing order set up that you've forgotten about, and it comes out of your bank account and you realise, you just missed it, you should have cancelled it, and then you've got to wait another year. So these things happen, but also, there are bad guys out there who will try and access your bank account and take money away, and those are the ones that you need to be looking for. So check your account regularly for those suspicious transactions and immediately get in touch with the bank if you don't know what they're about. So that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. I look forward to being with you again next Friday, and have a great, successful and profitable week, and catch you next week. Bye-bye now.